Hi, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on which part of the world you're signing in from. Hi. The idea is not to sharpen the blade, the idea is to hone it. That was one of the things that's wrong. You know why bees, honey doesn't get spoiled? Stick around, I'll tell you. They basically vibrate, they go to a different realm, they bring back this pran, which is honey, which doesn't belong to this realm. So, therefore, the bacteria here cannot eat it. Hi, my name is Samir and welcome. I've got some more head smashing stuff for you, but today's salad is very basic, but I've got great stories about bees. So if you are here, please come say hi, and I will be able to share with you some more fascinating facts about bees. You know, they've been known to reverse aging. There is crazy stuff about bees, one thing at a time. First, my name is Samir. Hi. Today's salad is basics. Onions, tomatoes, dhania, which is coriander, and chilies. Now I'll tell you the we'll come to bees. Let everybody join in. Then I'll tell you more about bees. Hey, Brian, what's up, man? Good timing. Did you catch my bees story? First, I'll tell you something smashing about the salads that we are involved with. Unfortunately, you and me are now involved. The salad between us. It's bees, honeybees. You ever wondered where they come from, where they go? It's something is really crazy about them, right? They just appear from nowhere and they disappear into nowhere. You've seen this, heard this? Here's my argument. Actually, I'll tell you where I got this from. These bees, first I'll tell you the scientific part of the story. What we found is these bees, they resonate together. Frequency is their thing, first of all. They're all about the vibe. Okay? They're vibrating, they're constantly vibrating with their wings. The young fellows, they learn this and then they are bee. They're all males. I'll come to the male female part of the story. It gets wild. But here's the kicker. The reason why honey doesn't get spoiled, honey is their puke. You know this. Don't freak out. I hope you don't freak out. A lot, yeah, well, it's called trophallaxis. It's not exclusive to bees. Listen to this. Vampire bats, they do this sharing of puke. And they remember. They have amazing vivid memories where they remember. So, hey Brian, you didn't share your puke last time. I'm not gonna give you my puke this time. Vampire bats. Yeah. Nature is cruel. So, anyways, we are talking about bees today. Now, here's some real chilies from the roof. Huh? Can you see them? This is rooftop chili. It's still not as spicy as I would have expected or wanted it to be, but it's pretty cool and it serves the purpose, so that's good. Now, bees, we're back to the bees. You know, I think that is why they used to say the birds and the bees. There is an equally shocking story architecture to birds, and I will talk to you about it once I have referred to my notes. It's quite crazy. It's basically centers around the Cameron event when this asteroid came through, broke the Earth's. So how did these birds figure out where is food? How did they know which direction to fly in? It's got to do with the light. So let's get to the bees first. The bees story, yeah, man. I just happened to have stumbled into this, and the guy who told me this information said he got this information from bees themselves. He stayed over at a friend's or somebody's bee farm, and these bees told him this. I know people who don't read energies do have this problem. They don't believe in it, and I don't blame them. For the longest time, I did not believe in it. But energies are as real as physics. And that's exactly what. By the way, I just saw your email, Brian. I'll respond to it. I didn't get a chance to read it, but I did see an update on my phone. I'll get to it. For the rest of you, if you don't know what I'm talking about, okay, I'll just stay with me on the channel. And if you want to get closer access to more updates, please do me a favor, drop me a message, come on to my WhatsApp, or the best is join one of the social handles. Threads and Instagram is probably the fastest and the best. So today's salad is the most basic elemental stuff that so I'll tell you a quick story about how salads came to me. Salads don't work with Indian food. In fact, Asian cuisine doesn't really have salads per se. We eat a lot of vegetables in our regular vegetable mix with masala and all that kind of stuff. But we don't have this concept of eating raw vegetables. It's less. Fruits, yeah, but vegetables. Of course, I'm not getting into the science of vegetable and fruits, but I'm just telling you, where does salad come from? So in India, this concept of chopping salads and serving them separately is new. And I am not sure if it is the British who brought this. The army has a culture of salad in their meals. All its forces across the three of them. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm taking a taste how spicy it is. It's not matured yet. I think I plucked it a little too early. This chili is not matured yet. Can any one of you guide me how to pick out the chili's maturity? It's possible that these guys are growing next to capsicums, and there is a huge. I have seen this happening to plants. It happens to cannabis plants. These females, they grow together. One of them will become a male. Then they will all be ready to be fertilized. That's why they ask you to remove the male. Have you heard this? You would have heard this. So I'm going to skip on the chili. We'll use the lay chili. That's the one we'll use. And today, we'll do some fancy slicing. I've got to chop these onions really fine, the finest as I can. The instructions for the salad says, chop them as fine as possible. Now, when the word possible comes along, you got to add I and M in front of it to make it I am possible, not impossible. You know why we don't? Okay, I'm not going to reveal everything, but if you are here for the first time, my name is Samir, and you should sign up to this workshop that will happen very soon, where we'll talk about psychology from LA. Psychology from LA, psychology from maybe Mumbai, India. Probably the two hottest happening places in the world, where food, people, culture, everything comes together. Everybody lives there, right? If you think about it, all the top guys are in LA, man. All the richest and the rich in the world live in this. And what's really cool is they've been fighting about this land for centuries, since eternity. I don't know what is up with this. Why is this land so special? Brian, why don't you share this with me? What do you think is the reason? I know that healthcare there is really good. Cops there are really good. That's what I've heard. I don't know, man. But what is really cool about this place? Why does everybody want to be in LA? Los Angeles. What's the history of this land? I think they found oil there, did they? Is that one of the big history things that's going on about it? Definitely Hollywood didn't come there, but the Jews did come there, didn't they? Something happened. I also don't know, but I've always wondered, why is this land so sought after? It's like you make money in life and you land up in Los Angeles. I don't know why. As what this guy says, the Limp Bizkit singer. Just see this. How sharp, man. This is so cool. Chopping with a sharp knife, that's the only way. You need a really, really sharp knife. Okay, coming back to the bees part. Let me not get sidelined. Bees are fascinating. So what is happening is they are moving between realms. Okay, because they're able to move between realms, they are able to carry back. That's why they just appear and disappear. For the longest time, science has been trying to figure out a way to track bees. Where do they go? How do they travel? What we found is that they synchronize together, all of their brains. So in a hive, there is a musical symphony going on. And you know who's the orchestrator of the symphony or the conductor of the symphony? She calls herself the queen. It's a female who calls herself queen. Her job is to basically keep putting eggs into these caskets that these worker bees are making all day long. She is growing her hive. She will choose her mates, and when the females will pop out, they will go about their own thing. Either they'll kill the existing bee, or they'll just fly out and make their own hive. We still don't know We don't know what happens to these bees when they fly out. Science used to believe that they die or they kill. But now new evidence is emerging. They found 24 new species, 24 new bee species in 2023, 24, 25. They found another 20, 30 new species. I'm not telling you something which is crazy. This is quite cool. I know it's quite crazy in that sense. It's difficult to believe, but it is so. And this pran that they bring, pran is life, source of life. In Sanskrit, pran means life, source of life actually. That they bring from this other realm back to this realm, which is what is honey. It's basically their digestive juices. You know, these and penguins also do it. Penguin mothers will feed their newborns. All birds do it. They feed their puke because it's got enzymes that will protect the baby in the wild. Hey, listen. I don't know where these ideas of disgusting come from. I have little experience on this matter. What I do know is that Aristotle's teacher was a woman. So I'm putting together this. I will shortly have this. I will show you the Spartan story. Sparta was one of the coolest places around. Okay, wait. First, you need to pay attention. So the instruction demanded finely chopped tomato and finely chopped onions. So before I chop the onion, I'm going to hone my knife once again. This gives this. Wow! Look at this sound. Can you hear this? There is a difference between sharpening and honing. Actually, this is a blade that I use to sharpen my instruments, my tools. And I think it's about the grit. This stone's grit is too high. It doesn't chop as fine as I would want it. Let's see what's happening with this. Oh, wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is cool. Very cool. So, Brian, how's it going with you? What's new, man? Have you had a chance to try any of the salads that I've been making? Did you get your hands on these Two Brothers product, kakwi thing? If you want, I can ship it for you from here. Maybe reach out to somebody who can make it. I don't know. You've got corn syrup, you've got maple syrup. There are so many syrups that can be used to make this kind of a product. I'm surprised how come it's not there already. You must. I'm sure there is some product that is already there that's like sugarcane juice, cooked sugarcane juice. Strange. That means food is not that old, and that's when you got something like bread that's like 1,000,000 years old. God knows when was the first bread ever made. There's evidence of baked stuff. What, 14,000 years ago? They've got evidence of baked wheat. That's 14,000 years ago. And here we are thinking, 5,000 max. We don't even know anything that's happened over 5,000 years back. Somebody told me, look at the Google Earth map from the top. As in, you go up like maybe 50, 60 kilometers up into the sky, zoom out, and you stare at the Nigerian peninsula, the east of Africa, and it looks like the prints that are left behind when the tide goes back low. The kind of ripples that are left behind on sand when the tide water recedes. That's what it looks like. I have not seen it. I keep forgetting about it. But if you've seen it, tell me what it looks like. Hey, Morape, sorry, man. Message got restricted. They don't have kakwi in the national store. They have solid brick jaggery. Yeah, so jaggery and kakwi. What I think the difference between jaggery and kakwi is the liquid form. Jaggery, they take it all the way to the dried form. So if you mix jaggery with water, yes, you may get the same product, but I'm not sure if it will be as delicious. Sugars, especially, it's a lot to do with how you cook them. You would have noticed this if you have been doing cooking yourself. You would have appreciated this. Just plain coffee with sugar tea with sugar, it changes its flavor. Sugar is crazy. Why, So there is this quadrant of addiction quadrant where they put substances. And the top right quadrant is the substance addiction quadrant. It's a quadrant of addiction, how addictive substances are. And in the top right corner, they will put heroin, cocaine, nicotine, and sugar. Yeah, it uses the same neural pathway as the rest of these drugs. So this, let that settle in, because addiction is not a word of science. It was used in theater, in a theatrical play by a doctor only, and it just kind of caught PR attention, so everybody started latching on to it. But it doesn't really have any medical significance. You can very much get addicted to everything in life. You can get addicted to being happy in life. Now, that will be a good addiction, right? But unfortunately, most humans don't want to do that. This we somehow revel in our. There was a category. There is a category of content called tragedy. Do you know this? LA people, I'm talking to you. Do you know this? There was a category of content called tragedy. The human wanted to watch tragic stuff. Hey, Game of Thrones is pretty tragic if you ask me. But it's crazy fun, isn't it? There is always this last second of hope that's they just keep you holding on to it. It's written by the master. It's made by the masters. And you know what, Brian? You should check out the Kurukshetra that's on Netflix. It's in Indian. Unfortunately, you will miss out the good part because the Hindi that they speak, the language that they speak, is so beautiful. But that's something which you should check out if you can. If you could dub it, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I will dub it. It's called Kurukshetra on Netflix. I don't know if you can, if it's beaming there for you, but you will love it. It's the story of Mahabharata. And you will, it usually works very well because the story reflects what is the Yug right now. Yug means the region, the time period that we're living in. It's called Yug. It's the Kal Yug. Nicotine is unrated in terms of addiction potential. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Nicotine is right there at the top. Nicotine, cocaine, heroin, and sugar. They're the top four most addictive. The reason is this: it gives you this feeling of euphoria, and you feel like, oh man, I 10 burpees would be close, but somehow the human doesn't get addicted to burpees. I don't know, man. It's something about it is strange. How does food become so addictive? And if you think about it, it is the number one celebration everywhere, anywhere, all the time. If you ever get together, if the food is good, there is a party. If the food is bad, there is no party. Yeah, well, you can compensate with music, but I still feel food just hits. You can do without music. It could be a silent affair. Just bring good food. Good food doesn't mean it has to be expensive. It doesn't mean it has to be. It just needs to be made, I think, with a lot of love and care. That's how the energy transfers over. It doesn't require expensive stuff, but it requires energies. What you were thinking at that time when you were making the food, that greatly determines its flavor. Wouldn't you agree? I think the rest of you, if you've done any cooking, you know what I'm talking about. It's a it's a human. It's definitely a human thing. Another human thing, another human thing that I've realized: eating fermented foods like kimchi or pickles in India or sourdough. It's quite cool, no? It's something which we don't really do. I'm not sure if there are any animals who save food, allow them to become. Hey, what I'm talking about? Curd. And you know what? I don't know. Can you set curd? Do you know this, Brian? Do you know how to set curd without the base curd? Even I've never tried it. I forgot I should try this now. Apparently, if you just cut a chili and put it in the milk, leave it overnight, it'll curdle into curd. The bacteria arrives. Worth a trying. I've not yet tried it, but yeah, definitely. So, how's it going? Did you manage to win any competition yet? Any contests yet? I'm looking forward to hearing more about this product, man, that you guys are involved with. What is this chess plus poker thing? How did you discover this? Like a local thing, or you've been following this? Don't tell me you invented this. You came up with it, because that'll be really cool. Game founders are as good as um, writers, authors, because their imagination really is. That's where I think AI is going to go next. Artificial intelligence is going to be leveraged by studios to make games that um, allow you to just the combination. Basically, the options are just going to be unlimited. That's the power that the capability that the AI brings. Right, you can switch over. You can change the cover of the phone much faster than before. Did I get through you? Hey Shaz, what's up? How are you? Today's salad is the most basic salad. I was telling Brian about Brian's here. I was telling Brian this is Shaz, east of Mumbai, the city called Pune, called the Oxford of the East. And Brian is in LA, so we've got a heady mix of geographical, geopolitical influence. Why not? What makes those people shouting together? Brian, you've got to watch one of these Indian television shows, bro. I'm telling you, you will. I don't think you'll come out healthy after it. So there are 6 people. I don't know if that's happening there also. There are 6 people on screen. There's one guy. There's a big guy. There are 15 pieces of news being flashed across on the screen. No, wait, hold on. So I'm not done. So there are 6 of them. There's a 7th guy who's apparently moderating, but he's talking while the 6 are talking, and they're not talking. They're shouting, and there is news being flashed, and somebody just got raped at the bottom. Indian news channels. See, I always say this, they are an example of how sharp this Indian brain is. It can still watch this and check its WhatsApp messages and say, yeah, okay, I'm catching everything. Oh, wait, let me just take an office call. That's the Indian mind. We are remarkable. We just have a phenomenon. If you know an Indian, you know what I'm saying. Indians are very, very smart. We are in fact, we are the smartest. What surprises me is that our smartness is being wasted so well. We are being, look, this is controversial. I'm kind of veering into territory where this program could be flagged. I've already been flagged. So I think I'll reserve this. When we meet in person, we'll discuss this. How about that? Shals, are you from the software community? Are you from the tech community? Brian's got something very interesting that he's going to share with us very soon. It's, you know what he does for a living? I don't know yet, but he's playing a game. He's not the only one. A game like, it's a combination of poker and chess. Can you imagine this? What do you think about it? So it obviously requires a lot of psychology, a lot of body language reading. Maybe, I don't know how poker works, but you've seen how these professional poker players work. So this is what requires you to be a professional poker player plus a chess player. And we Indians, we love chess. We may not love poker. Have you heard of this teen patti? Brian, have you heard of this thing called teen patti? Teen means 3, patti means cards. Patti means a leaf. So teen patti means 3 leaves, 3 cards. So you get 3 cards. It's like poker, but you get dealt 3 cards. Your hand is 3 cards. And you can variate this game by dealing only 2 and having the third one you guess and you can make up. You can deal 1, make up the other 2. And you can go crazy. You can deal none. No, that doesn't always work. Listen, should I put garlic in the salad? Are you guys a garlic fan? Because I'm a big garlic fan. You know my reasons why I love garlic, don't you? It helps identify vampires. Of course it does. You try it. Don't say no without trying it. Please try it. People who love garlic, they lack the courage to bite you. You try it if you don't believe me. There is some merit to it. Yeah, there you go. So Diwali is a festival where this happens a lot, Brian. Playing with Lakshmi. So it's her festival. I actually don't know how she got involved in it. Because technically Sri Ram is coming back from his wars. So how does she get this parade for herself? I'm going to go read about this. I'm sorry. All I know about is some stories from the Mahabharata. I'm not that well read on any kind of this mythology or on that. I basically read what I wanted to, and I kind of escaped and said, "Listen, this is convenient for me. I'll stay here." That's how all of us are. I'm nothing special. I'm just another human. I think this is going to be small to toss it in. We'll go big. Garlic is just amazing. Google Magic The Gathering. It's the first big minion-based TCG. It started in the 90s, still has a huge community. My God, I've never seen this. Okay, you're telling me this has been there for the last 30, 40 years. There's a lot of stuff that's been there for the last 30, 40 years that we don't know about. There's been stuff that has been here for the last 30, 40,000 years that we don't know about. Apparently, there's some cave paintings that are like 33, 40,000 years old. They can't do carbon dating of rock. So they're trying to do carbon dating of what was used, and it was blood. I'm not sure if this information is real or not. That's editorial. There was a reason why editorial was so celebrated and so respected. They made it a point. It was a personal agenda to make sure that false information is filtered through, which today is not happening. It started to happen now. I guess that's what really gave AI the push. A lot of the governments, they started investing in AI primarily because of that. They wanted to make sure that you don't go crazy when you start reading information, because anything and everything will become. You know this. The Indian government is coming up with its own Play Store. Yeah, we are the largest number of people in the world who are using phones. We are not just using phones; we are abusing phones. So well, you got to give us a break, wouldn't you? Gobekli Tepe. Oh man. I read, what do you mean it's trip in Havyan? I read about Gobekli Tepe from this guy called Hancock, Graham Hancock. And I'm watching his Netflix show, and while I'm watching it, I took out my phone, started reading, and I'm like, that this can't be real. Why have they not shared this with everybody? Shals, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go read up on Gobekli Tepe. It's a in Turkey. I'm following a guy on Threads. If I can find him out, I'll share his information with you. He's an archaeologist at Gobekli Tepe right now, and he says every day we find something new. He says we come to a conclusion in the evening. We say, okay, this is what must have happened. Okay, good. This is starting to add up and making sense. All right, let's go to bed. Next day morning, they'll get up and they'll find a piece of artifact that will change their complete belief. And the worst is, he says, check out his Threads channel. The worst is, he says, this piece wasn't there till yesterday. So it's like somebody came and put it here. I don't know. The Stonehenge rocks in UK, in England. There are so many such rocks all over the world. What's up with this? Who the hell has put them up there? Even if it's a prank, it needs to still when it's a prank, people take ownership of it. They want that pride. Think about what I'm saying. So nobody is taking ownership of it, and that's the confusion there. That's what is really, really crazy, isn't it? Anywho, well, these crazy things, there are conspiracies galore, including our trip to the moon. Hey, listen, we went to Mars, okay? We sent machines to Mars. No, we couldn't send humans because, well, you don't know, right? You never know what can happen to humans outside. The Van Allen belts. I'll tell you more about them when we talk next about this beautiful conspiracy and the story of humanity. This is a basic kachumbar salad. What I'm eating, I'll share with you. Tomorrow I'll show you. I'll add Kaiven. Wow. Lots of onions. Coriander. This is my childhood memory. When I was growing up, this was the salad. This was the only salad I knew. And I will add some of these gorgeous fats. This is the jadi booty. Look, Shaz, how much am I eating in one go? Yeah, you can eat, be assured. You get your sleep debt out first, okay? So you start easy. Both of you start with a teaspoon every night. It's on its way. It'll be to reaching you shortly. We'll talk more. We'll talk more about that. For now, check this out. Archaeology has gatekeepers. Oh, really? I want to see the Zahi Hawas. Okay, I'll check this out. I'm very sure, man. These guys are all trying to protect information. There is some merit to it also, let me tell you, because I don't think everybody is mature enough to handle it. That's another very big challenge. That's what I said. Discerning what's right, what's wrong. That's a leadership skill that needs to be handed down. You can't just pick it up. It's like farming. Somebody's got to teach you the confidence. Cool. That's my time. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.